If you're looking to get into photography, especially sports and wildlife photography, and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg on a camera, let me introduce you to the Nikon D300. This is a $100 camera with a lot of great cheap glass available for it that you can find pretty much anywhere. Let's talk about the body first. This body came out in 2007, meaning no, it does not have video. And yes, it's 12 megapixels, but honestly 12 megapixels isn't even a deal breaker because this camera definitely takes sharper photos than even the highest end 200 megapixel phone because you can attach some great glass on this camera. More on that later. But what this camera does have is a CMOS sensor and really high burst rate. Listen to this. It's really great for wildlife photography and sports photography, even all these years later. Another factor with this being an older camera is that it doesn't use SD cards like modern cameras, but instead uses compact flash. These are just big chunky cards that were popular in the 2000s. They're not very expensive on Amazon. I wouldn't go above 8 gigabytes. And also make sure that you get an adapter for your phone or your computer, whatever you're plugging this camera into. I'll get into image quality in just 1 second, but first we have to talk about glass, because with DSLR cameras, image quality comes more so from this than this. So right now I have this camera paired with the DX 18-70 kit lens, which you'll most likely get this camera with. And here's an example shot I did with it. And as you can see, it's actually plenty detailed for what it is, and it gets the job done. Now if you're doing sports, wildlife, or portrait photography, you're going to need a little bit more than just getting the job done, which is where the Nikon 70-210D lens comes in for only $40 more, making it a $140 camera setup total. And this lens is really awesome. So as you can see, it takes really great, really sharp photos with great bokeh, with a catch. So the reason that's $40 is because it is a 40-year-old lens. This came out in either the late 80s or the early 90s, can't remember which. But that means it does have some flaws, meaning, yes, when you zoom in and zoom out, you actually push and pull it. And the issue with this is that you do get some dirt coming in if you're around a dirty area, or you get some dust in it if you're in a dusty area. So yes, definitely keep this lens safe and away from dust. Here's some example photos I did with this lens, and as you can see, they're sharp, they have nice background blur, and it's only $40, so you really can't lose. So overall, if you're looking to get an affordable camera, the D300, especially paired with a 70-210D lens, might be your best bet.